Hello everybody, welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion and our GT3 mini league. This week we are coming from the Nürburgring in Germany. My name is Gareth and joining me once again in commentary is Adam. Adam, how are you doing?
Very good, thanks Gareth. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it should be hugely exciting. We're using a slightly different layout from the Formula Renault 2.0 race with a much faster version of the Vidal chicane at the end of the lap. We can see the championship standings. William Bibby at the top of the pile after his enormously successful Interlagos weekend with his win and a podium. Adam Highfield in second and Will Burnett up to third for Team Blackpink, which is really exciting to see. Sadly, Will not with us this week, so he'll be hoping he doesn't plummet down the order too much. Nice to see Oliver Walker up there as well. And the championship standings for the teams, we can see LB Racing in the top ahead of Rumblebees, Blackpink, Callum Fodder down to fourth. Kyra's competition, the A-Team, Little and Large, Jägermeister, Team Shell Squirrel and Rabbit Hole Motorsports, who sadly aren't with us as well this week, so a few missing drivers.
Yeah, let's hope they're back soon.
Yeah, indeed, and you can see on the screen the practice times. Fastest person, David Lyon from the A-Team in his McLaren Golden Chariot, 153.998 was his fastest lap. And we wait to see what happened from qualifying. Still waiting. Here we are. Adam, perhaps you take us through the grid.
Yeah, absolutely. So David Lyon obviously followed through from his lead practice time and took pole in the qualifying actual. And we've got Andrus of Blackpink, Mark Tranter, Gavin Kelly, Will Bibby, Oliver Walker, Rob Miller, Paul Dixon, Adam Highfield 9th, Jake Weaver 10th, Winslade 11th, Alleged 12th, Hankin 13th, Sam Stott joining us for the first time, welcome, 14th, Chure Mollerin, I hope I haven't butchered that name, 15th, Keith 16th and Jason 17th on the grid.
Yeah, indeed, nice one. And nice to see Sam and Chure. I'm not sure how to pronounce it either. Adam Highfield is the standout, is the curiosity for me there, only down in 9th place, not where we'd expect to see him at all.
Radio check.
Radio check for fuel grade.
Yes, no, I agreed. Slightly poor performance there. I suspect there was a bit of lack of practice in there for the prep this week.
Yeah, indeed, and you can see the cars waiting down there. Only a shortened formation lap rather than the full tour, and you can see the cones blocking off the normal sort of F1 style chicane there in the foreground, and you can see the much faster version which we'll be racing on this week.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I've not personally raced this layout prior to this either, so exciting to see. But going back to the qualifying, it shows the level of competition now in in these races. If you're not practicing, you find yourself way back down that grid.
Yeah, it's getting stronger and stronger actually, and we're seeing different drivers coming to the fore in GT3 compared to Formula Renault 2.0, which is really cool because it means that different competition, different weeks, and we've got drivers who are racing in one competition and not the other, such as the Williams team. They're not racing in the GT3s yet. Hopefully they'll join us at some point for a little dip the toe in the water. Right, cars coming through the chicane already then. And we can see the pace car heading into the pit lane. Let's hope it doesn't hit the wall this time. Round the final corner then to start the race. There's David Lyon on pole and he is go. He's racing now. Fuel Grab to the outside and Mark Tranter to the inside, which is what we always expect to see from Mark, attacking straight away, and he is past Fuel Grab. Is he going to make it stick into turn one though? We can see Bibby there looking to the inside of Andrus as well, and he's made that move stick as well. So Andrus falling all the way to fourth place from second on the grid. Flames licking out the back of that McLaren.
Yeah, Fuel Grave just a bit wide on T1 there, just allowed a couple to sneak through. But looks like a relatively clean start.
Yeah, really nice.
Seems to have got away.
Really nice to see that actually. Yeah, that we've got a safe start compared to the carnage we had at Interlagos last time out. Kelly's dropped down a place then. He's now in fifth place, we can see, and that's Rob Miller is up to sixth. We see a little place change at the back. That's Hankin and Stott. So here's the front runners then coming down into the bottom hairpin. Lyon and Tranter, a little gap forming from them back to Bibby already, and a queue forming behind Bibby. So this could be exciting. See a few drivers falling down from the back. Maybe Winslade having a bit of a transponder problem. Looks like he's dropping in and out of existence.
Yes, agreed. The back in 10th again.
Yeah. We're looking at the ledge then being attacked by Jason Weaver of Team Shelf Squirrel going round the outside. Oh, we're not going to make it round there.
God, took it on 2 wheels for a while there as well.
Yeah, nice bit of stunt driving there. And here's Bibby then coming through the chicane. Andrus, wow, carrying so much more speed through there. They were really attacking those curbs. And the end of our first lap then. David Lyon staying out in front. Mark Tranter up 1 to second place. Bibby third, and now under attack from Fieldgrave as we come down to T1. He's going to the outside, and Kelly is going with him. See if they get through safely. Oh gosh, so close to the back of that car, wasn't he?
Yeah, covered the inside nicely there, Bibby though. It's a tough old corner T1, super tight hairpin.
Indeed, yeah. And there's the 2 Rumblebees then, sandwiching Paul Dixon in the other LB car. So they're running 7th, 8th and 9th.
Yeah, good team battle going on the top there with Rumblebees and LB Racing as well. So his position's definitely going to make a difference at the end. Yeah.
So St. Tour is a lap down in 17th for the moment, and Winslade, it's saying, is also lap down in 7th. We haven't seen any replays of anything. So, oh look, is that Andrus going round at the hairpin? Yeah, just nibbled a bit too much curb, so he's going to fall down the order.
Yeah.
So that's Hankin just going round him.
And he rejoins in 11th.
Yeah.
Looks like, yeah, costly one.
Indeed.
But no damage, didn't take anyone with him, so plenty of time to get back here, and obviously we have the pit stop here as well, so plenty of different strategies to be run.
Absolutely, yeah. So there's a couple of old rivals then, Miller and Kelly getting very close together as they charge up the hill to the chicane. And it's a bit trickier to overtake into the chicane now because it's much less of a braking zone, taking this corner in 4th gear.
Yes, absolutely. It's more about lining up for the final corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, not easy.
Talking of lining up, here comes Jason Weaver. Then he's dragged back onto the back of Ledge, who brakes to let him through there. So Jason Weaver through and up to 13th, and Winslade is just popping up, I see, to 9th. Sort of sprung up, so definitely a transponder problem on that car then, because he was showing his 15th and a lap down a minute ago.
Have to get the engineers out to his house, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. And Keith Schooling, it says he is out. He was complaining of some not feeling very well before the race, so obviously decided to park it. Probably the wiser thing to do. Doesn't want to chunder all over his rig.
No, advisable. Sorry to hear that as well.
Yeah. Oh look, Miller. Wow, sideways and just sliding off, destroying a few cones there. And scampering across the grass. Ooh, nearly a dangerous, unsafe rejoin there, but fortunately the Rumblebee avoided him. That would have been Walker going through up to 5th place. There he is.
Yep, and Dixon and Highfield sneaking through there as well.
Yeah. Looks like Highfield is trying to look for a way through them. We can see that is Winslade in the background, then behind Miller now. So 9th place confirmed.
Yeah, I suspect Miller will be right back on the tail of this train soon as well.
Yeah, he's got an awful lot of pace, as you'd expect from our multiple race winner and championship contender for the last 2 seasons is Rob Miller.
Yeah, it's good to have him racing this week. Obviously he was out the previous race.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope to see him joining us on the GTs every week he can from now.
Absolutely, yeah. And a reminder to go and check out Rob's hot lap video from the Formula Renault 2.0 at Suzuka, a 1:58.0. Absolutely incredibly fast time around there. Here's Tranter then attacking line into turn 1. A little too far back to do anything about it this lap though. And these two are definitely opening the gap to our race winner from last week, Bibby. But it comes down to fuel strategy though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'll see if anyone wants to make the early move and pit first out of those two. I mean, as you say, it looks like they're going to run their own race here. Only 3.5 seconds clear. So yeah, maybe Tranter will decide for an early pit, try and be undercut. Maybe not.
Lion is a bit of a Nürburgring specialist from various games though. He does like to hot lap round here, so I'm not surprised to see him on pole.
He seems to be a racing expert all round. Doesn't matter what car you put him in, what track, he seems to be able to get it round quickly.
Indeed, yeah. I've started calling him the polymath in terms of car driving. Doesn't he? Yeah, he just drives anything. And there's Hankin going to the inside of Jake Weaver, and is that a little tap or Jake just losing it under the brakes? Gets going again. He's lost 2 places.
Yeah, and Phil Grave right on Hankin's tail there as well. He must have dropped back another place post his spin.
Yes. And you hear that huge Merc engine growling away as they come up through this top left and right.
Yeah, Phil Grave will want to get past here. I mean, he qualified second, remember, so he's clearly got the pace around here.
Absolutely, yeah. And let's see if he can do it. Well, it'll have to be T1's got to be the place to try, really, hasn't it? With the fast chicane here. So fastest lap for David Lyon, 1:54.427. And it's all getting very busy in the midfield. Then look at Miller. He's right onto the back of Highfield, and that's allowing Dixon to escape a little bit.
Yeah. And an early stop for Fuel Grave. There we go.
Yeah.
So he blinks first.
That's a very early stop, in fact.
Yes, I hope he's done the right calculations there. I guess we'll find out in due course. But yeah, I mean, as he's dropped back and has hit some traffic, as I say, it might be in his interest to come out and run some clean laps and hopefully gain that time from the pit stop. But we'll see. But yeah, as you say, Miller straight back on the tail of Highfield, and something tells me he won't hang around long.
No. This is such a fascinating extra dimension to these races with these fuel stops, and we'll be adding those into the Formula 3 as it is next season, not the Formula Renault 2.0, but we'll go into the Formula 3 for season 4 of the open wheeler.
Yeah, absolutely. It does make it slightly harder for commentary because you've got no idea where people are pre or post stop, but we'll do our best.
We'll do our best, and it will shake out at the end. And yeah, we can see that Winslade has been completely dropped by Miller. There's Sam Stott. Nice to see him on the grid, and that's a great looking livery there. And he's attacking Jake Weaver ahead of him. Just 3 tenths between them.
Quite menacing, the BMWs, aren't they?
Yeah.
We've got quite a few of them this week.
Yeah, it's nice grid of BMWs and no Audis this week with lack of rabbit holes. So hopefully the 2 rabbit hole motorsport cars, little crunch as they came through there. Yeah, we need to see Nick and Caleb come back next week.
Absolutely, yeah.
So 1.2 seconds the gap. That's right. Is the lead from the leaders, and we're looking at Bibby and Kelly. Kelly trying to find a way onto the podium at the moment.
Yeah, Bibby, Mr. Consistent in these cars. Obviously had an extremely good outing at Interlagos, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And is leading the championship individually.
Yeah, so he just needs to keep racking up these big scores from the podiums, and he's got a great chance of the title.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only a 6-race season with 1 drop week, so yeah, he's already put together some pretty impressive performances, and this is looking pretty good for him as well, as long as he can keep it out of trouble.
Yeah. Meanwhile, though, you've got Kelly in the rather unfancied Mercedes. Is it only Kelly and Hankin running it at the moment?
It is, yeah.
The Growlertron.
Yes. And here, Miller's still not made the move stick yet.
No. Well,
But
this
Dixon
is
has-
one that's going to run and run, I think.
I think he could well do, yeah. Dixon's pulled away thanks to this as well. A couple of seconds ahead here. Highfield.
You see Hankin arriving on the back of Winslade behind as well. So we've got battles forming up and down the grid. Bibby and
Yeah.
Kelly close together. Walker and Dixon close together. Highfield and Miller. And Winslade and Hankin. Who else we've got? Stott and Weaver very close
yeah.
together. Yep.
Yeah. Racing all through the grid.
Yeah, this is brilliant stuff.
Is Kelly going to try and get a run down here? Looks a good exit.
Well, look at that then. That's one of the Rumblebees into the pits then.
It's Walker, yeah.
Walker going for the early stop. That promotes Paul Dixon up to 5th then. And Weaver right on the back of Stott as they come through the final corner. Got a really tight line there. Hope that hasn't compromised his exit.
Good battle these two are having.
Yeah, this is great. So no one else in the pits this lap. Oh, Weaver just completely outbraking himself into the back of Stott there. Let's hope that hasn't damaged either of the two cars. Oh, and he's diving to the inside for turn 3. Has he made it stick? No. Stott well held. Oh, this is a great race.
Some excellent battling here, yeah.
Winslade and Hankin, they're duking it out as well, changing positions. Looks like. Well, now the run to the hairpin then. Can Jake do something down here? He can dive to the inside in the hairpin, but it can be tricky to do.
Yes, tricky part to pass around here. It's all quite quick, so you don't get a full braking zone, do you?
No.
So unless you can get side by side, it's extremely hard to make a pass.
Meanwhile then, there's our race leader David Line. 2.4 seconds to the good now ahead of Mark Tranter.
Yeah, he's pulled away a bit, and there's Kelly on Bibby.
Wow,
Going around the outside.
out of the final chicane. I'd like to see a replay of that move, because that had to be a pretty bold move. And we see the second Rumblebee. That's Highfield then diving for the pits.
I suspect he's tired of looking in his rear view at Miller chasing him down every lap.
Yeah, go and have a break from that then.
Yeah.
So as Highfield goes through the pits, we've got Kelly then trying to pull away from Bibby. So Line in the lead, Tranter in second, Kelly now in third, Bibby is in fourth, Dixon's in fifth. Then we've got Rob Miller in sixth, recovering from his earliest sideways spin. 7th is Winslade, 8th is now Stott, 9th is Weaver, 10th is Highfield in the pits, 11th is Hankin, who's also in the pits this lap. And people are going in and out now, so this is where it starts getting a bit confusing, so maybe I'll give up on that and wait until the order shakes out after the pit stops. Meanwhile,
Yes.
it's this battle once again.
Yeah, this is excellent racing, these two.
Yeah, loving this.
Word from race control that Highfield's still sat in the pits. Penalty speeding in pits, there we are.
Oh no. So his day's just got really bad, but hopefully that will set him up for the sprint race later on. Andrews Fieldgrave diving down the inside of Weaver, who's just losing it on the brakes.
Yeah, just caught a bit of grass there, didn't he?
Yeah, very easy
Outside.
to do into that corner actually though. There's Hankin going through after his pit stop. And stop. In the ledge there. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Stott. That was his teammate, wasn't it?
Yes, here is Stop. Still duking it out.
Oh, he outbraked himself there. Weaver to the inside, which is now be the outside, but that might give him a great run up to the chicane. Here we go again. He's looking for the slipstream here.
Oh, these two are going to be bored of seeing each other after this, aren't they? This is unbelievably close.
That's fantastic stuff. So here we can see the stint lengths, and look at that, Weaver into the pits. So 8 laps completed so far for the drivers.
Yeah,
Fuel grade,
pitting
but only
after
4
7.
laps.
Yeah, well, as I say, I think we'll find out if Fuel Grave has judged that well or not in due course. Oh, and Jake Weaver, unfortunately, hit with the same penalty, speeding in the pits.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah,
It's a good lesson for all you kids out there. Practice your pit entries.
yes. Yeah, you've got to look for those yellow cones and absolutely mash the brake pedal to make sure you get it slowed down in time.
Yeah, that's a shame for both of them. I mean, that'll obviously put Jake Weaver behind Stott again. By the penalty, I suspect, assuming he has a clean pit.
Quite a length behind as well. Yeah, Tranter's starting to reel in line again, actually. Look, the gap's back down under 2 seconds.
Yeah, one of them's going to have to... Well, I should think they've both got a pit soon. Fuel should get them to anywhere between 17 and 20 minutes. So yeah, maybe this lap, maybe next lap.
Is the fuel consumption much different between the both cars? Ah, here we are then, line into the pit lane now.
As far as I'm aware, it should be fairly close. I mean, you know, these cars are all pretty well balanced. But McLaren is definitely a gas guzzler, so maybe Tranter can squeeze an extra lap out here, which is what he's trying to do.
Yeah, and we saw at Interlagos that the Ferraris seem to be able to last a little bit longer than, well, just about any other car actually, in terms of they were the last ones to stop across the field, I think, last time. But meanwhile, there's Andres Fuelgrave, and he's got Oliver Walker behind him, look.
Yeah, I think he just made a move stick there, didn't he? I think he was running behind him.
Indeed, yeah.
So yeah, Fuelgrave up to 9th.
Nice recovery drive going on from him. And he's still got a few drivers ahead of him to pit.
Yes, in fact he's just about to... Stott's just pitted, so he'll be going past him. That's Walker.
Yep. And so we can see at the front then, Tranter yet to stop, Kelly, Bibbs, Dixon, Miller and Winslade. The top 6 all yet to stop. And further down, Weaver and the Ledge yet to stop as well. Here's Miller then attacking Dixon for P4. Looking to the outside.
Yeah, you're brave if you go for it through the S's, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And that's actually in these cars flat out, which is not often the case in many cars up here. But
Yes, yeah, indeed.
have to take an extremely wide line in. You see a lot of the cars just actually taking up the curb on the right, turning left into it. If you, when you look again at the replay, it's quite an amazing line that you have to take up there. A little bit hairy at the time.
Let's hope we get some on board then to see that in action. Look, that our race leader then, Mark Tranter, now in the pit lane, as are Dixon and Miller. So let's see whether Line has timed this right in terms of the undercut. Well, get back his lead. Everyone piling in now. Look, so this was the absolute limit for the cars then.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like any car had the advantage here in terms of fuel.
No, all the top 6 then in the pit lane, and Line now working his way past them.
This is going to be close on exit.
We've got a replay though. This is William Bibby getting it wrong through the... so he got it wrong through the chicane, and that just allowed Kelly to get the run on him there.
Yes, and he likely had a slowdown actually if you cut the corner there.
Yeah, we're on board with Fuelgrave, looking back then at Walker behind us. Meanwhile, we really want to see what's happening at the front. We can see that Line, Tranter, Kelly, Bibbs, Dixon. So the order has not changed except for Fuelgrave getting up to 6th here. So he has driven really well to recover back to 6th.
Absolutely, and right up on Dixon's rear end as well. So he's looking at 5th there.
Yeah.
Bit of a gap up from Dixon to Bibby, teammates obviously, which Fieldgrave will be looking at, but that is quite a way ahead. But if he can pinch 5th, that would be a sensational drive, as you say, after his early spin.
Yeah. So Ledge now coming out of the pits. You see Stotts rejoined in 12th place ahead of him. Here is Fieldgrave then. Can he get past? Yeah, tricky to do that up there, especially with Dixon taking all of the inside curb to defend.
Yeah, Walker will be watching this intently behind as well, because any contact here and he might be able to gain a couple of places out of it.
Yeah, and now Line's transponder blinking a little bit. He just suddenly dropped out of existence, but he's back in the lead. But the gap is closing, 1.5 seconds now at the front. And let's see if Fieldgrave can steal 5th as they come down to T1. Then he's right behind Dixon's Ferrari now.
Dive inside, yeah, there he
goes.
That looks good.
Oh, that's very nicely done. Oh, can he tuck it in?
Yeah, that's pretty well done down there.
Yeah, and you get an off track if you just clip that outer curb, which he did with his front wheel. It's a bit severe on the penalty down there. We're on board with Dixon then.
A couple of laps left if we're looking to put a bit of pressure back on.
Yeah.
But as I say, Fieldgrave qualied in 2nd, didn't he? So it's not slow around here.
No, indeed, and he was one of our revelations at the Interlagos round as well when he made his debut in the league as well. So exciting stuff.
Absolutely, no, it's good to have him on board. It's absolutely lightning quick. As I say, barring that spin early, I think he would have been certainly scrapping with the top boys here.
Yeah, I agree. Let's take a look at run down the order then. We've got Line, Trenta barrelling in on him. We're down to 1.1 seconds behind. Kelly's in 3rd. Then we've got Bibby, Fieldgrave, Dixon, who we're on board with. Then we've got Oliver Walker running P7. And then we've got Rob Miller in 8th. Hankin in 9th, Winslade in 10th, so those two have swapped around after the pit stops. Highfield's in 11th after his penalty, Stotts in 12th. Then we've got the Ledge running 13th, 14th is Weaver after his penalty. And then we've got 15th is Chur, who's the teammate for Stott, and the other Weaver down to 16th, and then 17th is Schooling, who is out of the race.
Absolutely, and it's tight here.
It's really tight now, just a few tenths.
Yeah, Trent has obviously had a couple of good laps there.
Yeah, he's
right back up onto back of line at the top.
We're heading for a grandstand finish. It'll be interesting to see how much paint is left on the front of that Lamborghini after the McLaren's toasted it after a few more laps.
Actually, Trent swapped to the Beamer this week, didn't he? He is in the BMW.
Oh, good spot. Yeah, I hadn't really tweaked that. I was looking at the car and just remembered that he was in a Lamborghini last time. But you're right. Yeah, he's in a Beamer.
Yeah. Clearly working quite well for him.
Yes. Yeah. Is the Lamborghini a tricky car?
I personally think it's quite tough, but well, ask the quicker guys, I suppose. I mean, the McLaren is known as a very tough car, and here he is leading the race. So,
well, Dave's a masochist, so
that's fair. And then, yeah, it's a nice car. The Lamborghini is good fun, but slightly more erratic on the rear end. Oh, is this Stock coming back?
Oh, that's getting close to the leaders. I hope he gets out of the way. And he does.
Yeah, not too bad. That was a bit tight, but
I presume that's his teammate, isn't it?
Trent had taken a very tight line on the chicane.
Well, we're heading for the checkered flag here. Trent in full attack mode, look. David Line holds on then to win the feature race ahead of Mark Tranter in 2nd place. There's a bit of a gap back to Kelly in 3rd.
Yeah, less than 4 tenths in it in the end. It's a bit of a drag race down to the finish.
Yeah, that was super close.
Good fight, baby.
William Bibby coming home in fourth, being congratulated by Kelly.
I wouldn't have got you if you hadn't have made that mistake.
Yeah, we agree, Gav. It's,
Just couldn't deal with the pressure.
there you have it.
Looked like you only didn't deal with it for like one chicane.
So let's take a look at the final classifications then. David Lyne winning the race ahead of Mark Tranter in second place, Gavin Kelly third. William Bibby comes home in fourth ahead of Andrews Fieldgrave in fifth. Then we've got sixth is Paul Dixon, seventh Walker, eighth is Rob Miller, ninth is Tony Hankin. Gareth Winslade comes home 10th in the points ahead of Adam Highfield. Sam Stott is in 12th place, Lawrence Aaron Jenkins is in 13th, Jake Weaver 14th, Chua Malarin is in 15th, 16th is Jason Weaver, and 17th is Keith Schooling, who retired, which will put Jason Weaver on pole then for our sprint race.
Absolutely, yeah. The inverted grid sprint race.
You see the cars popping into existence on that grid. And quite a few not arrived yet.
Yeah, this should be exciting here. 10-minute sprint race. As we just saw, there's not a huge amount of passing opportunities, but if you keep the pressure on, you can force mistakes. So
Yeah.
be interesting to see how these guys at the front fare now.
So that's Highfield next to Winslade. We're looking down at Lawrence Aaron Jenkins' Jägermeister car and Jake Weaver ahead of him. And I believe Jason Weaver ahead as well. Winslade blinking in and out a little bit, still with his technical issue. Starts in the pit lane, not sure why. The grid is now rolling, so he has missed the start. We're definitely missing a few cars here.
We are.
Those guys, if Winslade was 10th in the first race, he shouldn't be third on the grid here. So a great opportunity for him and Highfield, and also obviously for the Ledge and Weaver ahead of him. And look at that, Miller and Hankin there in the third row, menacing. It's going to should be a slightly easier job for these for some of these guys with so few cars. We're coming around the final corner to start this race then. And here they go. So Ledge on the inside, Weaver on the outside, Highfield behind the Ledge, and Winslade diving to the middle then. 3 wide as we go down to turn 1. Let's hope for a clean entry. Gosh, I think they've done it. Safely through them. Winslade out in front ahead of Ledge in second. Highfield is in third.
I was holding my breath there. That was 3 or 4 wide through 2-1.
Oh no, Ledge has lost it. Oh no. And it's all getting a bit crashy back there. Oh, here a few cars around. Oh, the round goes Miller then, and Weaver. Oh dear. Yeah. So they've made it through the first few corners at least. So
Yeah.
sadly the Ledge's spin there just triggering a bit of an accident.
Yeah, let's hope we get a replay of that. Unfortunately, Miller seems to come out worse than that with his car facing the wrong way. But I think generally most cars seem to creep through okay.
Yes. So Winslade in the lead then, ahead of Highfield and Hankin in third currently. Fieldgrave is in fourth and hoping to get on the podium and recover from his earlier mistake. We see a huge cloud of dust there at the back out of that bottom hairpin. Someone running off the road presumably.
Yeah, this should be good racing now. There's a lot of quick guys in the midfield here.
Yeah. Fat points on offer. There was someone running straight on at the left-hander there. So that's David Lyne and on the back of Gavin Kelly as they come to the up to the chicane. Tranter trying to find his way through Walker. So Tranter's done really well to leap up to 6th place currently, make that 5th. And oh no, that's Fieldgrave and Hankin. And Fieldgrave's just been towed to the pits. You see Lyne taking advantage and nipping round the outside to get past Tranter and Kelly, so that's good reactive work from him. Hankin on the grass, struggling to slow it down, he's running straight on. So perhaps damage from that collision then.
Yeah, it looks like it, unfortunately. That looks like Hankin and Fuel Grade both out.
Yeah. Yeah, no point really rejoining once you get towed in such a short race. Meanwhile then, look at this. Kelly, Line and Tranter. Kelly must be bricking it slightly, having these guys attacking him. We're on board with him now, looking back.
Yeah, Dixon and Bibby not far behind either.
No, so we've got an absolute train of rapid cars coming here. Oh, Kelly chucking a huge amount of gravel back at his rivals there.
It's one tactic, try and throw some stones.
Yep. So through the bottom hairpin, and this train are closing on Walker ahead of them, who is currently running P3.
Yeah, Walker did well through the early chaos, it looks like, to creep up to third.
Yeah, he did. So here's our leader then. That's Winslade from Cannon Fodder being chased by Highfield from the Rumblebees behind him. The gap is only a couple of tenths of a second. We've still got that blinking issue going on, so we know he's had a few hardware issues, so he needs to get that sorted out before the next race. Meanwhile, Line then trying to find a way through Kelly.
Yeah, all over the back of him.
Yeah.
And Tranter right behind him now. This is quite amazing to see these guys so close together.
Yeah, this is super spicy. And look at the two LBs behind as well. They are not out of that fight at all. So this is a 5-way scrap for fourth. It'd be interesting to see if they can get close to the Walker ahead of them. Look at that line down the inside of Kelly then into the hairpin.
He did well. He's made it stick.
No.
Kelly did well.
Yeah.
On the way back.
Nice switch back from Kelly there to hold on to the place. And Line's got to be careful here, because if any of his attacks don't work, Tranter will be there to try and force his way through, and so Line could end up losing a place.
Absolutely. There he goes.
Down to T5 then. That's not a traditional passing place. And he's left the door open to Tranter then. Tranter down the outside. They've made contact, and look at that Line in the gravel trap then.
Yeah.
Keeping it going.
Yeah, I have to try and see that one again, but that's pushed Line right out the points. Well, 10th, I apologise, so just in the points.
Yes. Meanwhile then, Sam Stott under attack from a rather battered looking Miller BMW then.
Yeah, it'd be good to see that one again, but that's, yeah, Tranter just looked like he snuck on the inside and took the position really, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Line probably didn't see him coming.
But it was exactly as I was saying though, if he made a mistake on the attack, then he was going to be under attack, and that's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Line is in the pits then, and Highfield is attacking Winslade for the lead as they come through the chicane. This is lap 3, and Miller trying to find his way through Stott. Malarin didn't take the start for this one, which is a shame. Oh, look at that then, Miller. Just great move.
Excellent line he took there. And that looks like it was stick.
Yeah, you'd have to assume he'd be able to outbrake him into T1 now then.
Stott seems to be quicker.
Stott's coming back though. He had a good exit from that final corner. He's taking the wide line.
Yeah, Miller's got the inside. But now he doesn't have the inside. No, that's excellent driving from Stott.
Yeah, that's super stuff.
Really good. That was textbook defensive work, given that he'd been done on the final corner into the straight, hadn't he, there, really?
Yeah. Meanwhile then, Tranter attacking Kelly then. This is for the fourth battle for fourth still. They're closing in on Walker ahead of them. And again, Kelly with that super wide line out of that corner, as he did a couple of laps ago. Tranter to the inside of the hairpin. This is brave.
Yeah.
And he's done it though. Oh no, Kelly fighting back though as they come up to the Schumacher S. And, oh yeah, so there's the line. Tranter, like you were saying, taking that really wide entry so he could keep his foot pinned.
Yeah, and he's made it stick.
And he's made it
so
stick.
now he'll be hunting down Walker as well, just in front, I suspect.
Yes.
Mind you, 2 laps left, I think we've got here.
Yeah, it's not going to be long, is it?
No.
Highfield attacking Winslade then again as they run to the... And he's... Where's he going? Going for a bit of off-roading. Wow, how did he keep that going that fast?
Bit of a tank slapper there. That was...
That's amazing. He didn't lose out from it though. Winslade's still blinking in and out. This is a bit frustrating because it makes it hard to call the race. Miller once again on stop then. Can he repeat that move from the last lap? Oh, they both ran wide. I wonder if they're going to get a slowdown for that. You have to assume so. Miller. Oh, wow. Beautiful corner there. But Stott's
go again into turn 1.
Yeah, Stott's going to have the slipstream this time.
Stott's had quite the evening here, hasn't he? He's scrapping with Jake Weaver earlier, and now it's wheel to wheel with Rob Miller.
And what a great outbraking move he's just pulled then. Yeah, a round of applause for Sam Stott there.
Yeah, it's some excellent racing there.
Yeah, this is
still on the tail of Winslade. Can't make anything work, but let's see for the final couple of laps.
It hasn't been a lot of points for Stott, but it's a fantastic debut performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if he's given Miller such a good race, I suspect he'll be well up in the points. Unfortunately, he didn't take the grid on the sprint race, did he? He would have been starting right up the front, but he started from the pits.
Absolutely, yeah. So hopefully we'll be seeing more of this next time we race.
And there he is on the inside. These guys.
Wow, Miller forcing the issue then down to the hairpin. Had a little bit of a crunch. Miller is up to 7th then, ahead of Stott, but that has been a great battle. Tranter off the road then, and that's Kelly losing it. Oh, that's a big shame. Kelly just dropping it at the top of the hill. And it's quite hard to get off the grass there.
It is, but he's just going to get back ahead of Miller.
Yeah.
So not too much damage done. I think just the position. Was it 1? Yeah, 1 position.
Yeah, meanwhile here's our leaders then, coming to the final corner. Oh, Winslade's outbraked himself. Highfield's just walking through that open door, and he's into the lead of the race. And we're on the final lap. What a disaster for Winslade and cannon fodder then. Could have been staring at his first GT3 win. Penalty for Dixon for speeding in the pits. Hold 15 seconds. Highfield's run off the road and gone wide. Has that left the door open for Winslade?
Just alright. Oh, as Tranter comes around the outside on Walker.
Wow, it's all go at the front then for the podium spots. Is it easier to be chased or be chased? We're about to find out.
It's easier to watch, that's for sure. Yeah, shame that move for the end for the Winslade there. Just seemed to outbrake himself and run wide, didn't he?
Yeah. There's an immense amount of pressure because we know he's not as fast as Tranter decides to try and get through Walker by going literally through him. Yeah, we know Winslade's not quite as quick as Highfield, so a stout defence for that many laps, although it has let everyone else close up, and it's kept this fight close actually. So Tranter then darting this way and that, trying to find a way through.
Yeah, don't be surprised to see him poke his nose in at any given opportunity here on the last lap.
Yeah. There's no point flashing, Mark. This is for position, mate. He's not lapped, but gosh, he's let him through, hasn't he? Maybe the flashing did work, just distract him sufficiently. So Walker's going to have the inside line into the chicane, but Tranter is coming. Up ahead, the gap is half a second, and Tranter just outbrakes him, look.
Yeah, Walker just pulled out a bit there.
Yeah. Well done, Mark. And the gap is really close at the drag race to the line, maybe? No, Highfield's done it.
Yeah, early line here, isn't it? It's right up there, at the start of the straight. So, yeah, good racing from Tranter there as well to push all the way up to third.
Hugely exciting sprint race there, full of entertainment and drama.
Yeah, I mean, we had fantastic racing in both races there. I can't believe how quickly the time's just flown by watching all that. That was quite amazing, really.
Yeah, look at this then. That's
you're not going to reverse that podium away, Mr. Winslade. Well done, Adam.
We see a surprisingly complete ledge there coming through, so well done him on not destroying his car this time.
Yeah, and points for all of these drivers. Points for Weaver, Jake
Yep.
Weaver that is, and Lion will come back with a
Congrats,
point as well.
Adam. Mark pushed me all the way there. P4 in the end. Good result.
Here from Ollie Walker.
Worst donuts ever.
They look alright. I'm thinking we might be talking about the ones before that.
Maybe, yeah. Every time we come here, I see that roller coaster, and I'm gutted I never got to go on it when we were when we were there in real life. Anyway, let's take a look at the final results then for our sprint race. Adam Highfield wins for the Rumblebees ahead of Gareth Winslade in second and Mark Tranter in third. Post-race penalty for Dixon drops into P11 with Lyon moving up to P10. So Oliver Walker is in 4th, William Bibby's in 5th, Gavin Kelly's in 6th, Miller is in 7th, Ledge comes home in 8th for points, as does Jake Weaver and David Lyon. Paul Dixon is in 11th, Sam Stott is in 12th, 13th is Hankin and 15th was Fuelgrade. And let's see the championship standings then. William Bibby still out in front for LB Racing ahead of Highfield and Lyon in 3rd, and on the same points as Mark Tranter. Those two always close together. Gavin Kelly is in 5th ahead of Walker, Dixon, Burnett, Fuelgrave, Hankin, Winslade, Miller, Ledge, Larson, Schooling, Jake Weaver, Jason Weaver, Caleb Selner in 18th place. And in the team standings, we've got LB Racing are on 105 points from the Rumblebees on 94. That's close, tasty at the top. Cannon Fodder are in 3rd ahead of Blackpink. And Kairos Competition, the A-Team, Little and Large, Jägermeister, Team Shelf Squirrel and Rabbit Hole Motorsports in 10th. It'll be good when Will Burnett gets back then to help Blackpink take the fight to Cannon Fodder again. It's going to be a great battle with them and Kairos.
Absolutely, and with LB and Rumblebees at the top.
Indeed, yeah. So next race we're going to go back to Okayama, which we always seem to have a lot of drama when we race there, so not one to miss when you tune in a couple of weeks time on the Sunday. And a reminder then you can find us at limitofadhesion.com, facebook.com/limitofadhesion. Please do like and subscribe our videos and tell your friends about them, and come and say hi to us on Discord. Adam, thanks for joining me once again.
Thank you very much, Gareth. That was some excellent racing all the way through, so it's great.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.